Have you ever tried to plan something simple, like a chill game night with friends, and somehow everything just goes completely out of plan? Yeah, that's pretty much what happens in this story. This is Maxwell, and this is the story of how a normal game night somehow turned into a freak show. But before we get into it, I'm Sophie, and if you love raw, unfiltered stories from real people, make sure to subscribe and comment down where you're watching from, because trust me, it only gets crazier from here.
A couple months ago, I decided to have a game night at my house, but it was going to be very small. Play some Twister, put some Jenga, some card games. We're adults, get some alcohol, you know what I'm saying? And it was going to be a good time. The homies I was going to invite was Eric and Jay. Those are like my main squeezes, right? And I was going to invite 3 homegirls we all grew up with, right? And for the sake of protecting names, let's just call them Ashley, Veronica, and Taylor. Okay. So I called a homie Jay. I'm like, hey, you still got Twister? He's like, yeah, my little sister still got Twister. Of course. Boom. So I called a homie Eric. I'm like, hey, you still got Mega Jenga? Solid. Bring that over. I got Cards Against Humanity. You feel me? We're adults. I'm expecting, some spicy shit, but nothing too crazy. Called a homegirl Taylor. I'm like, hey, what alcohol you want to drink? She said Casamigos Reposado. I said, oh, it's Wednesday. You're trying to get fucking lit. Fuck it, I'm down. We're adults. So boom, I go get the Casamigos. Everything seems to be going to plan. You feel me? Everybody's going to show up on time. I told everybody to be at my house by 8 o'clock because, I'm probably going to kick y'all out by 11 because I got work tomorrow. Everything going smooth. They all showing up like 20 minutes apart from each other and everything's smooth. As soon as they all get in the house, I'm like, hey, shot o'clock. Let's get it going. I pour everybody shots up. We all taking shots. Boom, boom. We getting ready to play Jenga. Our version of playing drunk Jenga is like, everybody that has their turn coming up, they take a shot before their turn because the more intoxicated you are, the more likely, you're gonna, make the tower fall. Take my shot, pull my stick. Taylor takes her shot, pulls a stick. Eric takes shot. We just keep going and going and going. But while we're playing, while we're all catching up, because we're catching up at the same time and shit. While we're playing, I see Veronica and Eric low key flirting, but they're eye flirting. You can tell how a girl is really feeling somebody by the way they're looking at them. But it wasn't no regular looks. It was some, if we ever get some alone time, tonight, I'm gonna try to get in those draws type look. You know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm like, Eric's gonna have a great time tonight. He deserves it, right? So after we get done playing Jenga, the whole bottle of Casamigos is gone because I made the mistake by buying only one bottle. So I'm like, yo, who wants to go to the store with me, while I'm gone? Because I have bad FOMO. I don't want to go alone. You feel me? So if I miss out, they're missing out too. Ashley's like, I'll go with you. And I haven't talked to her in a couple months. I was like, okay, cool. A good little bonding moment. Fuck it, right? Oh, boom. As soon as we get in the whip, before I can leave my apartment complex, she's already touching me and shit. Touching. I think she pre-gamed before she came to the house too. So she was already lit before she came in. Plus the shot she took. So she's lit, touching me and shit. And I'm low key the fuck? She's like, damn, I always thought you were cute. And I finally get some alone time with you. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really have the same feelings towards her. So I'm just I'm just trying to play it cool. So she doesn't feel disrespected and shit. I'm like, damn, you always thought I was cute. Wow. You're really pretty too. I always thought you were pretty. Look, I'm gonna let you girls know something. Okay. When a guy calls you pretty after you compliment him, he's not really feeling you. Unless he's calling you fine, sexy, cute, shit like that, he feeling you. But if he's just calling you pretty, he don't think the same way as you. We get to the liquor store, we park, and she's like, yeah, I hope we get some alone time tonight because I would love to do some things to you. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on a little bit of a cleanse right now. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. But we can still have some fun tonight. I'll talk to you all night. She's like, damn, you're rejecting me? I said, I didn't say all that. I just said I don't want to do what you think we're about to do. Come on, dog. So boom, we walk in the liquor store, get the bottle, and she pulls her wallet out like she's about to pay. I'm like, nah, I just got paid $200. Don't worry, I got it. And you got money, touching me and shit in front of the cashier. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you on? Where is your leash? So as soon as we get in the car, she's like, damn, I didn't know you were a scammer. I love me a scamming ass nigga. What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, I'm so scared to scam, nigga. I probably tried that shit once, bro, and I didn't even go all the way through. I'm too scared to get caught. She's like, where's the $200 coming from? I said, it's from my new side hustle. It's all legal money. I just sue companies on this app called PayMe. She's like, damn, you're a lawyer now? I'm like, nigga, are you fucking remedial? Nigga, bro, anybody can do that shit. In the back of my head, I'm trying to remember, like, has Shorty always been like this? Like, has she always been like a little slow? Me on the way back to the house, and she's like touching me and shit still. Bro, like, I'm still like, nigga, no is no. No, she doesn't sense that I'm uncomfortable, nigga. I'm so soft, right? Anyways, this where this shit get fucking weird. As soon as we walk in the house, all I see is Jay and Taylor on the couch in the living room in the area we were playing the games. I'm looking like, where's Eric and Veronica? Bro, like, before Jay could even tell me where the fuck they were at, all I hear is this going on upstairs. While the clapping's going on upstairs, I'm asking Jay and Taylor, like, what the fuck happened in a 15, 16 minute time frame for them to be upstairs doing that? Oh man, y'all took like 20 minutes. We were playing another game. I was like, what game could lead to cheeks in 16 minutes? Like, what game were you talking about? We were playing Truth or Dare, and I guess Taylor dared Veronica to go upstairs and kiss Eric. I'm like, why the fuck did they go upstairs? There's a bathroom right here. Anyways, they started clapping already. In my head, I'm like, they better not be doing that shit in my room. I walk upstairs. Guess whose room they're in? Guess whose room they're in? My fucking room. At this point, I'm overstimulated. I'm like, all right, look, let's take a shot. Let's take a shot and let's just get it going. We're taking shot after shot after shot, getting ready to play Cards Against Humanity, right? Right before we start playing the game, Eric and Veronica make their way downstairs. I lock eyes with Eric, and he knew I was finna be pissed, but I didn't say nothing, you feel me? Because I'm not about to ruin the vibe of the party. But he knows after this shit over, I'm pressing your shit. Because you could have went to the car and did all that. But before we start playing the game, Ashley pulls me to the side and she's like, hey, can I talk to you? I really want to tell you something. Pulls me real close and starts whispering in my ear, hey, what Eric and Veronica just did, I want that to be us. You're making me really uncomfortable. You're making me I'm about to start getting mean. I'm annoyed. I'm hungry. I'm in a house full of freaks. This party finna end. At this point, it's like 10 o'clock anyways. Okay. So I'm like, all right, I already said 11, but anyways, fuck it. I'm like, I walk just to make sure I'm not player hating. I walk in the room. I'm like, Jay, come here. I got to talk to you. I'm like, bro, are you feeling Taylor? Are you feeling Ashley? Are you feeling anybody? Do you feel like you about to get some play tonight? He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm like, you know what? This shit's over. Make up a lie. I'm like, hey, y'all, I got to wake up at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm taking the morning shift, knowing damn well I ain't taking nobody's morning shift at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hey, y'all all got to leave the crib right now. But Eric and Jay can stay. Why can Eric and Jay stay? Because they're my fucking homies. Duh. The fuck? Can y'all drive home? Or can y'all make it? Y'all been drinking crazy. Taylor was the most sober, so she drove the girls home. I'm talking to Jay and Eric. I'm like, yo, Eric, what made you think it was okay to knock some shit down in my room? First off, my sheets are black, okay? So I know you stained my shit, gang. I know you stained my shit. 2, I just washed them shits. I just fucking washed them. Oh, my bad. I haven't had none in a long time, but shut the fuck up, man. Go get my sheets and put them in the washing machine. A simple game night I wanted to have with some friends was slowly starting to turn to a Freaknik 1995. We can't just chill no more?
Yeah, no, Eric was dead wrong for that. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're at your friend's house, his bedroom is off limits unless he specifically says otherwise. You don't just assume that's okay. But anyway, if you think that story was crazy, wait till you hear this one. This is Donai, and this is the crazy story of how a simple study session turned into something he never expected.
So it was like the beginning of my junior year in college. I had just gotten out of like a 4-year relationship. Prior to that, I was in another relationship. I didn't really have much experience with women. On top of that, I was heartbroken at this time. I was heartbroken. Women were the last thing on my mind. I was an oblivious child back then, right? So I'm in like my micro class. And this one girl, she saw my test results and she was like, yo, you trying to come over and help us study? I was like, who's us? She mentioned a few of the other girls who she lived with at the time. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know all of y'all. We all cool. Fuck it. I'll head over. When do you want me to head over? We set a date. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm there. The day approaches and I text her. I'm like, yo, when do y'all want me to come over? It's like 4 or 5. Cool. She was like, oh, I got work. Do you want to slide at like 10, 11? I'm like, damn, that's hella late for a study session, gang. And she was like, no, it's cool. Like, if it gets too late, you can crash on the couch. I said, all right, cool. So I start getting ready. I'm on the phone with my guys. They ask me, where you going? I'm like, I'm going to a girl's house to study. This is when they told me, gang, she don't want to study. I'm like, nah, she a cool girl. The rest of the girls want to study as well. It's just going to be a calm little study session. That's it. I should have listened. So I pull up to the girl's house, right? I tell her I'm here. She come down to come get me. The attire she had on had me thinking, wow, that's very interesting for a study session. But it was comfy clothes. I'm like, man, she gonna dress how she wanna dress in her own crib. She comfy, it's cool. We get upstairs, and I promise y'all, I didn't see no couch. I could be bullshitting here, but I promise y'all I ain't seen no couch. Anyways, we all go to her room because we decided to host a study session there. And it was actually a good little study session. We learned a lot, helped each other out. Shit was smooth, but it hit like 2 a.m. and her brother was tired. I was like, yo, bro, where can I sleep? And she was like, oh, you could just sleep on my bed. And I'm like, all right. At this point, they all get up and they get out the room. I'm like, oh, shit, she leaving me in her bed. What a wonderful host. I'm assuming she's going to go sleep with the other ones. So, you know, I crawl in the bed. I get ready for bed and shit. I crawl in. And I'm all nice and comfy. Lights are off. Everything's smooth. I'm about to fall asleep. And then I hear... I look from under the covers like this. I'm like looking at the door like that. And it's her coming in. I'm like, oh, maybe she forgot something. She just start getting like ready for bed. You know, she take off her bra, everything. Like all that shit women do before bed. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She just wanted to leave her stuff in here. Then she crawls in the bed. I'm like, oh, okay. So I decide to scoot all the way to the other side of the bed. I'm at the wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm planked up. I'm like this on the bed. And, you know, we actually start talking and chopping it up. And she was actually calm. Like, I was like, all right, cool. Like, fuck it. Like, we'll share a bed. It's not that big a deal. And we're just chatting about normal stuff, childhood, where we grew up, all that. Shit was cool. And then she hits me with a question. Hey, do you like to cuddle? I said, not really. If you want me to be real, it get hot. My arm get tired. It's not ideal for sleeping conditions. And she was like, well, I do. And then she rolls over and gets on top of me. At this point, I'm starting to catch on. At this point, I understand what her motives are. And, you know, I'm not really too experienced with this. At this point, I had 2 longer relationships in my life. I spent my mid to late teens and early 20s in relationships. I wasn't too familiar with the hookup shit. I really wasn't. So, you know, I just said like, yo, I don't know about you, but like I just got out of something serious and I'm not looking for a relationship. This woman looks me in my eyes and said, who said anything about a relationship? I said, huh? She said, boy, I just want some dick. I said, oh. At this point, I'm scrambling because I don't know what to do. I don't have experience with this. And I'm also like still trying to figure out my emotions and my feelings and what exactly I want after experiencing such heartbreak. It's all still fresh, so new. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to do. So I just get up. I'm like, oh, can you give me a second? I go to the bathroom. I'm running in the bathroom. I'm texting the boys. I'm like, yo, what the fuck do I do? And the worst possible person texts back because they're just like, bro, you just got a relationship. Like, try it. Fuck it. Why not? I'm like, okay, I guess. They're like, bro, trust, it's gonna help you out. I said, I guess. So I go back and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about it, but like, sure, I guess. And before I could even like fully finish gathering my thoughts, she started kissing me. I said, oh my God. And she was really rough. Like, she was so rough with me. And that's not to say like your boy not really, but like at this moment, like I'm unsure about a lot of things. I'm very hesitant and she's just manhandling your boy. I'm like, what the fuck? Also, this was the other thing. She was very, very loud. And like I know my shit alright. Like I know my shit alright. But it wasn't that loud. It wasn't for her to be doing all the theatrics. I'm just like, yo, like, ain't you worried about your roommates? And she was like, I don't give a fuck about them right now. I said, my God. This woman was a demon. For my first hookup experience, like, this was not it. And yeah, safe to say, like, it just wasn't enjoyable for me, like, at all. And I remember leaving the next morning, like, just not feeling anything. Like, not feeling anything, more like just feeling like very used and defeated. Like, yo, I remember going in my car and just like sitting there in silence, and like I really was just processing everything that just happened. And you know, I ended up leaving, telling my boys, and I was just like, nah, I ain't really feeling it. I ended up celibate after that for like a year. And you know, me and her ended up having a conversation, and I was able to express myself and how uncomfortable that whole thing was, and she apologized and everything. Shit was cool. But yeah, her friends, they texted me the next day and they were just like, looks like y'all had fun. And I was like, what? I was like, y'all had that planned? And the one friend was like, hell yeah. I was like, oh brother. But yeah, they'll plot. But I just want people to know that it's okay if you're unsure or uncomfortable to say no. Whether you're a man, woman, and no matter who it is around you, it's okay to say no. Because after that experience, if I'm not feeling it, if I was not cool with it, I just said no.
I guess not every situation is as simple as it looks at first. Sometimes you think you're okay with something, and then in the moment, you realize you're really not. Whatever the case, at least we've learned something new today. If something feels off, you can always say no. No matter who you are or who you're with. Don't let pressure or the moment decide for you. Stay pretty, and I'll see you guys in the next story.